What's up, what's up, what's up? Well, today we're gonna talk about fragrances you should forget about in 2022 and never ever use or buy again. Well, there are some good stuff in here. There are some fragrances I really love. Maybe they're just better alternatives. Anyway, that is what we're gonna look at today. So let's hit off my awesome intro. Hi, and welcome to another edition of Smelly Sweet. The first fragrance you're gonna forget about in 2022 and forever is Versace Eros. Stop, I feel the hate coming, but Versace Eros is like that annoying kid. You know, when you're at a dinner party with your friends and families and there's all the other kids, they are playing hide and seek, they are playing with each other, but there's this one kid that always demands attention, annoyingly demands attention with putting up a show and go, look at me, look at me, look at me. And the worst part is that they are often encouraged by their parents. It's go like this: I'm in a deep, important discussion with the children's dad. And all of a sudden, you hear in the background the child, oh, you need to watch me, you need to look at me, I'm going to show you a show. And all of a sudden, the mother raises up and says, no, we're going to look at this show. And I have to interrupt that important discussion of sports with my friends. Anyway, when the child does his performance and once it's done, the mother stands to applaud and look around at the table. Did you see? Did you see? And you feel obligated to applaud and encourage that annoying fucking behavior. In this case, the parent is the influencer that promotes Versace Eros because they know it's good for the algorithm. It pleases the algorithm. And that is for me annoying because it is a synthetic headache fragrance. I mean, people, if you wear it, it's demanding attention in an annoying way with that synthetic nuts and its big projection and big sillage. The one that I see wears Versace Eros today is a small dude, angry dude, aggressive dude, and he demands attention. He doesn't ask for attention, he demands attention. And when he doesn't get that attention, he gets mad at the world. I think I just described a German little dictator from the 1930s or 40s. Anyway, that is Versace Eros, annoyingly demanding attention. And that is kind of like the girl you're gonna watch right now. Don't be like her, she's not getting the attention in the right positive way. Be a little bit more like Jamie Archer. Now I bet you he does smell like Parfums de Layton, and that is getting the attention in the right, well-deserved way. It's not asking for attention, it's not demanding attention, you just get the attention. That is Parfums de Layton, and I don't say this often, but this is my most complimented fragrance. I have never done a top 10 most complimented this or that or this. I can see accounts both here on YouTube and on TikTok. Every single week they have a top 10 complimented this or that or this or that. And I can tell you one thing, if I had those fragrances that drive women crazy, that always pull the compliments, I would have my hands full of peaches every single day. So if you want something that gives you attention without that you ask for it or really put in an effort for it, go with Parfums de Layton. A great choice. Now, I don't often talk about fragrances that I don't own. But when it is a fragrance that I'm well familiar with, that I have owned or have smelled several times, I think it's pretty okay. And the next one is yet another fragrance that I don't own. And it's needless to say, you don't wear Sauvage in 2022 anymore. Maybe the Elixir version is better, but the rest, forget about them. And why is that? Well, if you have Sauvage, it smells good. Nobody can say anything that it doesn't smell pleasant. But when you get asked by the lady, oh, you smell good, what are you wearing today? And you say, I'm wearing Sauvage. She knows about that bottle. She thinks that she knows that it is the most common one. She's gonna think that you don't have any imagination, fantasy whatsoever. So instead of Sauvage, pick one of the Bleu de Chanel fragrances. I've chosen to go with the Parfum version, but the EDP goes better. That is also a little bit lacking of imagination. But when the lady asks and you say Bleu de Chanel, she recognizes Chanel and she knows that that is a luxurious brand. In 2022 and forever forward, don't wear Spicebomb Extreme. No, It is a great fragrance, it does smell pleasant, but it is for kind of the same reason as with the Sauvage. If you wear Spicebomb Extreme, it smells good. For me, it smells a little bit juvenile. It is a fragrance that I wear at home, never out in public, because I feel it's a little bit flat and a little bit juvenile, although it smells good. But if you wear it in public and you get asked by a lady, the first time you meet a lady, oh, you smell good, because pulling compliments is you can do that with Spicebomb Extreme. What are you wearing? And you say Spicebomb Extreme. Later on that evening, when she comes home, she found you interesting. She's gonna look you up at Facebook. She's gonna look you up at Instagram, TikTok, whatever she's gonna find about you, she's gonna look up at that. And she also remembers that you were Spicebomb Extreme, so she is looking up the fragrance. And this little bottle comes up. Look, I know it's a cool bottle for us. You pick out that like a hand grenade and with the name Spicebomb and all that, but it looks like a fucking toy. And it smells like a schoolboy. That is her opinion, what her opinion is gonna be when she knows out that you wear Spicebomb Extreme. But there are better alternatives today, so I'm gonna share a couple of alternatives that I think are better. Mercedes-Benz Select Night. Now this is kind of similar to Spicebomb in the opening, a little less sweet, a little bit more fresh spices than in Spicebomb Extreme, but it's that similar. And you know, it's a car brand, so it's cheaper. It's a cheaper alternative compared to Spicebomb Extreme. Another great alternative to Spicebomb Extreme is Bvlgari Man in Black. Now just look at the bottle and let's compare those bottles here. This bottle, honestly, doesn't it look like a fucking toy? This looks more luxurious, feels more luxurious when you hold it in your hand as well. No, the scents are not similar, but here you have more of a bad boy vibe. It smells a little bit more grown up, not like a schoolboy at least. You have the rum, you have the leather, you have the tobacco in here, and those are allowed to take a little bit more place in this fragrance compared to Spicebomb Extreme. But if you really want to step up your game in the fragrance world, go for Xerjoff Ivory Root or Initial Rehab. Those are niche, comparable fragrances to Spicebomb Extreme, but they're just simply better. This is so, you know, oh, a lovely cedar. Now this hasn't got those spices. It has a bit of pepper, I believe, but it has also, it's not listed in this one, tobacco, but I do pick up a nuance of tobacco once in a while from this one as well. And it's so difficult to try and explain what a fragrance in this of this quality compared to Spicebomb that I think is flat. The difficultness is that this is deep and rich, and how should you be able to explain that? It's kind of like if you take a raw vanilla, you cut it open and you smell, then you're gonna smell that it smells a little bit more spicy, it smells a little bit more natural. Then you go and take a vanilla flavored ice cream and smell that. That is something you can compare when I think a fragrance has richness and deepness. Raw vanilla compared to an ice cream vanilla. Same with tobacco. Tobacco is rich and deep, it's like pipe tobacco, you know, fluffy. Flat tobacco is kind of like the one that you find in a cigarette. Cut it open, drop it out, and it's just gonna fall flat. That is the difference between designer and niche quality. Yes, we went a little bit off track there, but anyway, the next fragrance, it's kind of hurting me a little bit because it's one of my all-time favorites, and that is Creed Aventus. You shouldn't be buying this today, the new batches, because it doesn't pack the punch anymore. It doesn't have the longevity anymore. It does still project a bit, but this bottle is from 2019 or 20. I've almost used it up, as you can see, but it lacks the longevity. Most of all, 6 hours on my skin, they could be better. So I've got a better alternative for you here as well. If you want to go cheaper, Montblanc Explorer is a great alternative. Smells kind of similar in the opening, but in the dry down you'd notice a great difference in quality from the ambergris that they use in Creed Aventus. But one fragrance that I truly can recommend is Niche Rose Pineapple and Oak. This packs the punch, lasts around 10 hours on my skin, and has a great sillage and pre-action as well. But this isn't a straight up clone of Creed Aventus. This is a mix of Aventus and Hatchivat, and I believe it's the Hatchivat in this one that brings out the punch and the fragrance. So Pineapple and Oak from Niche Rose, you need to check out this brand. Top quality fragrances. Another fragrance you shouldn't be wearing in 2022 and forever. This one really hurts my soul. That is Chanel Allure Homme Sport. Because it's one of my favorites and it's one of my wife's favorites on me. So I still use it, but I don't use it at the gym anymore. And that is why I think you should forget about this one. Because this is one of the most common scents recommended for gym fragrances. So we might believe a little bit too much about us in the fragrance community. It's just a small part, but people gonna recognize this fragrance in the gym, and there are better options of this one as well. Missoni Wave is a cheaper alternative, smells exactly the same. But my top recommendation, Dior Homme Sport. Why is that? Well, I've been wearing this to the gym, to the paddle tennis court, to play tennis as well, but I never ever gained a compliment of Chanel Allure Homme Sport. However, from Dior Homme Sport 2021, I've only owned this for 5 months, and I've been wearing it to the gym, to the paddle court, to the tennis court, and have gained, I'm not going to over exaggerate, but around 10 compliments of this one has gained me already. That's pretty good. Now, it's not that I get a compliment or anything like that every single time, but there has been some fine ladies asking me, what are you wearing? But I don't fucking care, because I'm a married man, so that don't touch me. But it feels good to pull that compliments. Dior Homme Sport 2021 just smells a little bit more of a manly man compared to Chanel Allure Homme Sport, and that is why I recommend this one for the gym instead of Allure Sport. And last but not least, don't wear 1 million. It is a fuck boy fragrance. And the worst thing I know is when I see a man in his 30s up to 40, 45 maybe, wearing 1 million. Because it is a fragrance that he started to wear around 2008 when it came out, and he pulled some compliments, so he's still going with that. But it's a fucking collision in my opinion. They don't match up. Sure, if you're a fuckboy, go with 1 million. But again, I will come with you with my top. If you stay this long, you deserve this recommendation. Franck Boclet tobacco. I mean, man, well, it is 50 ml, cost 75. Ooh, costs around 70. I'm weak in my knees every single time. Costs around 75 euros, $75 for 50 ml. You know what? It has tobacco, it has some rum, it has some plum, it is sweet, but not sweet fresh like 1 million. It's more sweet, heavy, mature. Not old, mature is the wrong word to use. Just fucking, it's seductive, sexy juice. And you deserve to know about this one because it is awesome. And I went to a party for, what was it now, 3 weeks ago, a Spanish inspired party with some Latino inspirations as well. And I went up to a girl and asked her for a dance. So we danced, and at the end she said, what are you wearing? And I said, oh, Franck Boclet tobacco. And she looked at me and she said, ooh, boy, you know what you do to a mamacita. No, that is Franck Boclet tobacco. And you need to know about this one. You need to try it. It deserves so much hype. It's currently my top favorite fragrance to wear this time of the year, fall, winter. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe, like and comment so we can see each other again. Until the next time, you know what to do. Stay safe and be well. Bye.